In today's video, I start my prototyping phase for my video game that I'm calling Cryptid Project Malevolent. Keep in mind, I already have completed the prototyping phase and ready to move on to actually producing my game. It's just, I just want to show you guys what I did to prototype this game and to show you guys the results. This is part 2 of my game dev series of creating my senior project for my video game called Project Malevolent. If you haven't yet watched part 1, go ahead and do so. Back in May of 2021, I started my research into Unity, and what I did is I looked up and I watched all the Unity tutorials that I could find, and there were so many great creators and so many great videos. Some videos were hours of long, some were just 10 minutes long, some of them were really simple to follow, and some were a little bit hard to follow, but this was the very beginning of my Unity journey. And at this time, I would like to say like a month later, I started watching some game dev logs. I think one of the game dev logs that I watched was Will You Snail, which is a game that recently did come out on Nintendo Switch, the consoles, and on Steam too. Didn't watch the whole series, but I watched like a good amount of the series, and I watched also a few other game dev logs, which started my journey into Unity. And I also wanted to create my own devlog series, which is something that you guys are currently watching right now, is my own devlog series. At this time, I have also joined a lot of Unity-based Discord servers, just in case I may need to ask help, which is actually something that I'm planning on happening, right? I'm probably going to run into several roadblocks, just like with the Minecraft add-ons and all the Minecraft resource packs that I used to make. And I'm planning on gonna have to ask for help for some of the stuff I do, and it probably will happen. For tile maps, I started off by watching this YouTube tutorial, and I copied literally everything in this video. And in the end, I ended up creating this map. Notice that the character is blurred out, because I do not want to show off the character yet. Some people may be wondering, did I create the textures in this image? No. In fact, I downloaded all the textures from the Unity Asset Store. This is only for testing purposes only and will not be in my game. My game will be made out of 100% original art made by me. For the character, I copied this YouTube tutorial 100% exactly. And, you know, it works perfectly. However, there is a small bug. There's a small bug with the animation that I don't really need to say anything else about. Now it's time for the light test. So, like I said in my last video, the player will have a lantern which would scare away the Wendigo and attract the Skinwalkers. And how I achieved that is, first I did some research on 2D lights, and I figured out what would be the best settings for the 2D lights. Then I applied the same code to how I got the camera to follow the player when the player is moving around. I applied that same code to the light, so the light would follow the player where it would go. Then I added a script which, once you press F, would turn on and off the light. Next thing to do is to add the Skinwalker. And what I did is I went on YouTube and I looked up some basic AI enemy tutorials. Then I made this circle and I gave this circle some AI. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, I tried to expand it to make the AI stop moving when I turn off the light. And unfortunately, in the process, I end up breaking my own code. Here's the code on the screen and the errors I've been getting. If you guys know how to fix it, let me know. We have now reached the end of part 2 of my game dev series for my senior project. This part is a lot shorter compared to the other parts, but you gotta start somewhere. And unfortunately, I want the prototype to be a lot more involved and a lot more testing to be involved in the prototype, because I have a few other things I want to test out, like the Wendigo, the light turning on and off, and influencing the entities like the Skinwalker. Also wanted the day-night cycle to work too, but unfortunately, due to a lack of time, I will have to move on and figure stuff out on my own. If you guys have any suggestions or would like to help me, please let me know in the comments on what I can do to improve. Anyways, thanks for watching and stay tuned for part 3. Anyways, have a great day and see ya. Peace.